Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero show. Now kick that intro! Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. The summer of superheroes continues, and on this episode, I'm paying tribute to the Merc with a Mouth, Deadpool. Now, this year marks Deadpool's 30th anniversary. He made his debut in New Mutants number 98 in 1991 and was created by Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld. Now, throughout the character's history, he started out as a villain, but then he became an anti-hero, a superhero, then an anti-hero again, and now he is currently the king of an unwanted borough in New York. True story, I didn't like Deadpool at first. I really didn't. It wasn't until I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 9 years ago that I started liking the character and I started understanding it. After playing that, I started reading the book, and then I've been hooked ever since. And this is a Deadpool comic hero tee. Inside the speech bubble, you have the blood splatter, and then the kind of the dripping effect with the CH, and then I have the Deadpool logo on the sleeves. Now, if you want your own Deadpool comic hero tee, they're $17 on my website, IamTheComicHero.com. All right, speaking of t-shirts, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, Black Panther has a sister. What is her name? Well, the correct answer is Shuri. And 13 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is... about to draw more than one. Anyway. John Burrell from Alexandria, Louisiana. So congratulations, John. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Static question. What is Static's real name? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. Alright, now Carlos Morgan from Las Vegas, Nevada has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features the Merc with a Mouth going up against one of the most unstoppable and most arrogant characters in the Dragon Ball universe. Representing Marvel, we have Deadpool. And representing Bird Studios, we have Vegeta. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call...
The Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Deadpool versus Vegeta. Deadpool possesses regeneration, extended longevity, superhuman strength, durability, and agility, and is a skilled marksman, swordsman, and hand-to-hand combatant. Vegeta possesses berserker strength, energy manipulation, dark force manipulation, earth manipulation, electronic interaction, energy absorption, energy shield, energy enhanced strike, flight, levitation, superhuman strength, speed, adaptation, agility, and durability, and is a skilled martial artist and hand-to-hand combatant. Who will win? Vegeta is licking his chops because he finds out that Deadpool's power level is only at 400. He's going to find out the hard way that that's not going to mean very much.
Deadpool, on the other hand, knows how this fight is going to turn out and keeps himself from laughing hysterically. He turns on his boombox and says, "Alexa, play I Want to Shoot by En Vogue." The fight would start off with hand-to-hand combat. Vegeta is faster than Deadpool in this regard, as the former delivers punches and kicks at blinding speed on the latter. Vegeta points his finger at Deadpool as if it were a gun, and shoots a laser from his finger at Deadpool's head, instantly lobotomizing him. Vegeta wins. But wait! Deadpool suddenly gets up and starts giggling. Vegeta raises an eyebrow and delivers his patent gallant gun and blows Deadpool's head clean off his torso. Vegeta wins. But wait! Deadpool gets up again, picks his head up, and reattaches it to his torso. Deadpool then begins to start laughing at medium volume. Vegeta, annoyed by both Deadpool and the blaring music, destroys the boombox with a small blast from his hand. Vegeta then opens up a page in Goku's book by calling upon the people of Earth to lend him their spirits in order to create a spirit bomb. Deadpool then starts laughing hysterically and says, "If you're trying that spirit bomb thing, then too bad. I killed everyone." Vegeta yells, "You monster!" Vegeta, realizing that nothing else is going to faze Deadpool, begins to conjure up enough explosive energy within himself to kill both him and Deadpool. Without warning, the latter suddenly slices the former's head off. Deadpool then concludes by saying, "You call me a monster? Nobody even likes you." The voice actor is pretty cool, though. BT dub, I hate manga and anime. Deadpool wins. That concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Thank you, Carlos Morgan, for that fight. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll have another one for next week. Now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are two things we're going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking. Here's the first. Now, last week I brought y'all news of the upcoming Aquaman series called Aquaman the Becoming, in which Jackson Hyde, who is the superhero about to be formally known as Aqualad, is going to take up the mantle of Aquaman. Now, here's what I have for you this week. Dear Old Dad is going to get his own miniseries, and I'm talking about Black Manta. Now it's going to be a miniseries coming to DC in September, and it's going to be written by Chuck Brown, who is the creator of the independent series Bitter Root, with art by Valentin Delandro, who is the and please don't be offended by me saying this, who is the creator of the indie book Bitch Planet. Now, DC hasn't said anything about what's going to happen in this miniseries. They've been very tight-lipped about it, but if I find out anything before it comes out this September, I will let y'all know. But Black Manta gets his own miniseries this September. Alright, now the second thing is that, and I just found this out today, Miles Morales is going to be wearing a brand new Spider-Man costume, and there was an image that surfaced with him not only wearing this costume, but also wielding Captain America's shield. Take a look. Now, one thing about that I really love is that it doesn't just have elements of the American flag, it also has elements of the Puerto Rican flag. Now, keep in mind that the Miles Morales Spider-Man is half black, half Puerto Rican. I mean, his dad is from right here in the States, and his mom is from Puerto Rico. And I hope this is something that sticks, because this costume looks very nice. May even make a comic hero team based on that. But anyway, and now Marvel hasn't really said anything about this, only that this is the cover of next month's Miles Morales Spider-Man number 28. I have reason to believe that this is somewhat tying into the United States of Captain America miniseries that's coming to Marvel in a few weeks. really excited about this. I mean, I've been a fan of Miles Morales for almost a majority of the 10 years that he's been around. And then also, I believe Miles needs a break. I mean, he's been through a lot in the comics. I mean, first off, he gets kidnapped and then experimented on, and now he's currently going through his version of the Clone Saga. Of course, Peter Parker went through his back almost 30 years ago. So, I think this is a great thing for Miles, and I hope it sticks. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is Captain America Annual number 1. Catwoman number 32. Fantastic Four number 33. The Flash number 771. Heroes Reborn number 7. I was just talking about this in a Comically Speaking. Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 27. X-Corp number 2. Or X-Corp. Not X-Corp. X-Corp. New Mutants number 19. Reptile number 1. So glad this character's back. Really loved him in Avengers the Initiative. Really excited about this book right here. Static Season 1 number 1. Supergirl World Tomorrow number 8. And I'm really excited about this because this is the end of the Donny Cates run. Venom number 35, or Legacy number 200, which means it's the 200th issue overall. All right, that's 12, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 10,668. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. What is Static's real name? Everyone who answers correctly will be in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to John Burrell from Alexandria, Louisiana, who won a free tee on this week's episode. All right, now, next week there's going to be a bit of a change. As a matter of fact, it's going to affect, I think, the next 2 episodes. Now, after this episode, I was originally supposed to wear a Captain America comic hero tee, but then I misguessed when exactly the United States of Captain America number 1 is going to come out. So instead of doing it next week, I'm going to do it for episode 361. And next week, I'm going to wear a Cyborg comic hero tee. Now, Cyborg is a long time, has been in comics for 41 years. He's been a Teen Titan, and he's been a member of the Justice League. And he's also one of my favorite characters. And so I'm going to show some love to the Cyborg and, well, yeah. All right. Don't forget that in August I'm going to be a guest. Well, not a guest, but a vendor at GeekCon in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's August 13th through the 15th at the Shreveport Convention Center. So I hope to see a lot of y'all there. This is the only the second con that I've been a vendor at, and really looking forward to it. I want to leave y'all with this. Now, I just want to say, never be afraid or never be too proud to celebrate small victories. One example of a small victory is is Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. That's a small victory, and a lot of folks I know were very excited about it. And there were some people that had the attitude of so far so good, so what? But here's the thing: no matter how small or how insignificant progress may be, it's always worth celebrating. Because I've known people that have been put off because they're expecting something, and then when it doesn't come to fruition the way they want it to, then they get really put off, and then the end result is that nothing else progresses from there. But celebrate small victories. Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. That's a small victory, and I can guarantee you that if you celebrate small victories, you'll be better prepared for the bigger victories that are to come. All right, I'm Victor Donnelly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 361. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero!